Welcome back, our fans. Many ancient civilizations flourished on the land of Palestine, which left behind enormous historical and cultural monuments. Here is a list of some of the most important civilizations that inhabited Palestine. Paleolithic civilization. Paleolithic civilization in Palestine existed about 1.5 million years ago. This civilization was very primitive, and people lived in caves, gathering fruits and hunting. The Paleolithic period, also known as the Old Stone Age, spanned from around 2.6 million to 10,000 years ago. It was characterized by the use of stone tools and a hunter-gatherer lifestyle. While there is evidence of Paleolithic activity in various parts of the world, including Palestine, it is important to note that the concept of a distinct Paleolithic civilization is not commonly used by archaeologists. Instead, they refer to different cultures or groups of people during this time. In Palestine, archaeological discoveries have revealed evidence of Paleolithic activity, suggesting the presence of early human ancestors. Fossil remains and stone tools found at sites like Obadiah and Iraq al-Manshia in the Jordan Valley suggest human habitation as far back as 1.5 million years ago. During this period, people in Palestine lived in small groups and relied on hunting animals, gathering wild plants and fruits, and scavenging resources from their environment. Caves were often used as shelter, providing protection from the elements and potential predators. Stone tools, such as hand axes and scrapers, were used for various tasks, including butchering animals and processing plants. These tools were made from materials like flint, which was readily available in the region. The people of this time period had a deep understanding of their environment, including the migration patterns of animals and seasonal availability of different resources. They followed these patterns to ensure their survival, moving across the landscape as necessary. Overall, while the Paleolithic era in Palestine was undoubtedly a time of primitive living conditions, it laid the foundation for human development and adaptation to different environments. It is important to recognize and appreciate the contributions and skills of our ancient ancestors during this crucial stage of human history. Neolithic civilization. Neolithic civilization in Palestine existed about 10,000 years ago. This civilization was more advanced than the Paleolithic civilization, and people lived in villages and began to grow crops and raise animals. The Neolithic period, also known as the New Stone Age, marked a significant shift in human development. In Palestine, this transition occurred around 10,000 BCE and brought about various advancements in technology, social organization, and lifestyle. During the Paleolithic era, early humans were primarily hunter-gatherers, relying on hunting animals and gathering wild plants for sustenance. However, with the advent of agriculture during the Neolithic period, people in Palestine began to cultivate crops and domesticate animals for a more reliable food source. This shift from hunting and gathering to sedentary farming is often referred to as the agricultural revolution. The Neolithic civilization in Palestine was characterized by the establishment of permanent settlements, replacing the nomadic lifestyle of the Paleolithic era. Villages emerged, featuring communal dwellings, storage structures, and other communal facilities. These settlements were strategically built near fertile land for agriculture and water sources. In terms of agriculture, the Neolithic people in Palestine cultivated various crops, including wheat, barley, lentils, and peas. This shift to farming allowed for surplus food production, enabling population growth, specialization of labor, and the development of more complex societies. Domestication of animals was another important aspect of the Neolithic civilization in Palestine. People began to raise livestock such as goats, sheep, and cattle for meat, milk, and materials like wool and leather. This provided a diversified food source and allowed for a more settled lifestyle. Technological advancements were also evident during this period. The use of stone tools continued, but with more sophisticated techniques for shaping and refining them. Pottery production became prevalent, allowing for better food storage and cooking methods. Additionally, the use of ground stone tools, such as grindstones for grain processing, became widespread. Social organization and division of labor played a crucial role in the Neolithic society. As settlements grew, it became necessary to establish leadership, create rules, and organize labor for effective farming and resource management. Specialized roles emerged, such as farmers, herders, potters, and weavers, leading to a more complex social structure. Trade and exchange networks also developed during this time. Neolithic communities in Palestine engaged in long-distance trade of goods, including pottery, stone tools. Bronze Age civilization. The Bronze Age civilization in Palestine existed about 5,000 years ago. This civilization was more advanced than the Neolithic civilization, and people lived in cities and began to use metals. During the Bronze Age, people in Palestine were able to forge and shape bronze tools and weapons, which revolutionized their daily lives. This period also saw the rise of urban centers, with city-states such as Jericho and Jerusalem emerging as political and economic hubs. The use of metals, particularly bronze, allowed for the development of new technologies and improved agriculture. Bronze tools and weapons were stronger and more durable than their stone or bone predecessors, making it easier for people to clear land, cultivate crops, and raise livestock. With the establishment of cities, there was also a growth in trade and commerce. Merchants traveled between different city-states, exchanging goods and ideas, and contributing to the development of a complex network of economic relationships. The Bronze Age civilization in Palestine also witnessed significant cultural and artistic advancements. Intricate pottery designs, jewelry, and sculptures were created, showcasing the skill and craftsmanship of the people. Religion played a vital role in Bronze Age society, as evidenced by numerous archaeological sites containing temples and ritual spaces. It is believed that these ancient people worshipped a variety of gods and goddesses and performed elaborate rituals and ceremonies to appease them. However, despite the advancements, the Bronze Age civilization in Palestine faced various challenges. The region was prone to invasions and conflicts, as different groups vied for control over valuable resources and trade routes. This led to the construction of defensive fortifications, such as city walls, to protect the inhabitants. The Bronze Age civilization eventually declined around 1200 BCE, leading to a period of disruption and instability in the region. The reasons for this decline are still debated among historians and archaeologists, with possible factors including natural disasters, climate change, and the arrival of new waves of people. Overall, the Bronze Age civilization in Palestine marked a significant leap forward in human development. The use of metals, the establishment of cities, and the growth of trade laid the foundation for future civilizations in the region and left a lasting impact on the cultural and technological advancements of the ancient Near East. Iron Age civilization. The Iron Age civilization in Palestine existed about 3,000 years ago. This civilization was more advanced than the Bronze Age civilization, and people lived in kingdoms and began to use writing. During the Iron Age civilization in Palestine, which spanned from roughly 1200 BCE to 550 BCE, significant advancements took place. This era witnessed the transition from the Bronze Age to the Iron Age, marked by the increasing use of iron tools and weapons. It is important to note that the Iron Age civilization in Palestine was not a homogeneous entity but rather comprised several distinct kingdoms. One of the most prominent Iron Age kingdoms in Palestine was the Kingdom of Israel, which emerged around the 11th century BCE. The Kingdom of Israel was established by the tribes united under King Saul, and it reached its zenith under King David and Solomon. This period is often referred to as the United Monarchy. The introduction of iron technology revolutionized various aspects of life during this time. Iron tools and weapons were stronger and more durable than their bronze counterparts, thus providing significant advantages for agriculture, warfare, and construction. With the emergence of written records, literacy also began to flourish during the Iron Age civilization in Palestine. The earliest known Hebrew inscriptions date back to this period, although the full development of the Hebrew alphabet occurred later. These written records provide valuable insights into the political, social, and economic aspects of Iron Age civilizations. Another significant development during this time was the establishment of trade networks. Trade routes connected Palestine to surrounding regions, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultural influences. This led to an increased diversity in material culture and artistic styles. Religiously, the Iron Age civilization in Palestine witnessed the prevalence of polytheistic worship, with various deities worshipped by different tribes and regions. However, the later part of this era witnessed the emergence of monotheism, particularly with the emergence of Judaism. In conclusion, the Iron Age civilization in Palestine brought about advancements in various aspects of human society. From the utilization of iron tools to the establishment of written records and the formation of kingdoms, this era marked a significant shift in the socio-political landscape of the region. Thanks for watching. Support us by likes and subscribes.